So again, this is why I bring this stuff up so much, because he is the bug in the feature, everything wrong with our country. He's exploiting everything wrong with our country, not because he's doing it in goodwill. He's doing it because it's what he represents. And he's showing us every day and remind us every day of what we do not want out of this country. Okay? I don't even think he knows he's doing that. And that's the thing. I think because he's won so many victories in the past, he thinks in his mind that he's winning on this fight. He really believes and again, I told you, he's dealing with mental decline. So he's in a world where he's believing what he wants to believe, and he's around people that tell him what he wants to hear. So he may in his heart believe he's super popular and everybody loves him and they're on board with what he's doing, but the reality doesn't reflect that. People see the mental decline. People see the insane sociopathic behavior and the erraticness. Okay? With the mental decline, I want to add here, because that's double whammy. So not only are we dealing with witnessing all that with him, but he's just operating in a whole new reality. It's just he operating in a world that's not real. So he may very well think he's winning in all these fights. He's winning these issues. You know, again, I don't know what's in his mind and heart completely. I just know that he does not see reality. It's kind of like, and it's weird. It's weird he got as far as he did, and became successful as he did throughout his life. Because I see a man who never accepts responsibility. I see a man that never accepts criticism from anybody. I see a man who's always got used to people telling him what he wanted to hear, make his ego feel good, and he literally, because he has that kind of character where he won't take no for an answer, he won't take rejection, he won't take criticism from anybody. It's like, how dare you? And I don't know about you, but I don't know how people function in life and operate like that. I mean, we all have to accept criticism. We all have to accept reality. We all have to work on bettering ourselves. That's not tailored to certain people. That's all of us. Okay. So when people give you constructive criticism versus destructive criticism, there is a difference. Okay. But what I see with this guy is he reminds me of somebody who spent his whole life trying to prove himself to his dad. He's got daddy issues. You can see it. He wants to prove himself to his dad because his dad never thought he was a serious person. His dad never took him serious. Okay? His brother was the one with the brains. His brother was the smart one. That's what they were always taught throughout life. His older brother, which eventually Trump only got the mantle of being the successor of his dad's businesses and money simply because he wanted to do what his dad did. He adopted the nature of his own dad. His brother wasn't going along with it. His brother says, I'm done with this. I'm going to live in my own life. I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with this family. So his brother effectively walked away from the family. And if you hear more about that story, that's actually where Mary Trump comes in. She is the daughter of the guy of Trump's brother who passed away and was an alcoholic. Okay? And he walked away from that family because he saw they were ruthless and he didn't want any part of it. Okay? And that bothered their dad, because their dad really took his brother with higher regard and more serious than Trump. Okay? I think it was Fred Trump. I can't remember the name, but the thing is, his own family never even took him serious. Okay? But the moral of the story is, I think, again, it's probably the nature his family operated with and how they raised their children. They were probably very hard on their kids, especially their sons. Taught them they had to be cutthroat business people, and it was all about status, and you got to be the tough guy in the room. And, again, this is what I call toxic masculinity. This is toxic behavior. These are not moral traits you want to teach your kids. What you want to teach your kids is to have good work ethic, to be the person that people look up to and respect, to have regard and respect for other people, treat people the way they want to be treated. but always strive to better yourself as a person and accept criticism at face value, because criticism sometimes can teach us to be better people. But what I've learned with Trump and his character, which I often question, is he went through life getting what he wanted and would never accept rejection or criticism from anybody. It's like, how dare you? Don't you say anything I don't like. The reality is, though, that's not the real world. All right. Criticism is going to come at you at all ends. Get used to it. And if you're a public figure, it's even worse. Which I have no idea what that's like, because I'm not a public figure. But people need to understand. Criticism comes with the territory. Okay, whether you're president, whether you're an ambassador or something, whether you're a congressperson, whether you're a legislator, whether you're a celebrity in Hollywood, a social media influencer, a performer, it does not matter. An athlete, you're going to get criticized at all ends. But it's up to you on how you handle those criticisms. And some people are just haters. And accept that in face value. And who really cares? Let them hate. Let them be jealous. Let them make their nasty comments. Who gives a crap? Okay? Turn the page and move on. Focus on yourself. All right. But don't operate in the mentality Trump does, where he thinks anything you say about me is not true, and all criticism is bad and evil, and how dare you, because that's not reality. And that right there shows an insecure little man. Okay? That's not a strong human being. That's not a strong man. You know what a strong man is? A man that owns up to his own responsibilities. A man that takes criticism with stride and uses it to better himself. Willing to listen to others. Willing to learn and reflect to better yourself as a human being. Okay? That's what a strong man represents. And that's what I would hope more people would teach their sons and daughters. Okay? And AKA, as far as toxic masculinity, yeah, teaching your sons it's not okay to have emotion, and teaching your sons they got to be the strongest guy in the room, the biggest alpha, that's toxic. That's not what you want to teach your sons. Because you're going to teach them a culture that in the end of the day is going to hurt them. Okay? Because that's not the real world. Yes, you got to be strong. You got to know how to be a fighter. You got to know how to stick up for yourself. And I respect people that teach their kids that. And I wish I learned more of that growing up myself. Because I was those people in the past who refused rejection in the sense that I feared it. And I felt like there was something wrong with me all the time. And I felt inferior to so many other people because I felt that I was never good enough. And you know what? I was wrong to believe that. You know? And I want everybody's kids to be strong and confident human beings. But there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And what you're witnessing now as the leader of the free world is not the way you want to behave as a human being. And that's all I want to talk about in this video. But I'll see y'all later. You have a great night. I love y'all. Goodbye. Good night.